Welcome back to Travel Tips. This week it's airplanes.
Yeah!
Airplanes!
Airplanes.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Travel Tips. Today we're going to be talking about airplanes.
All right, here's one of my tips about airplanes. So everybody travels with their little pillow, which is great. You need a pillow because you gotta sleep on the airplane. Most of them are big and they're bulky and you have to strap it to your bag and it's like just a thing you have to carry. This is the best little travel pillow there is because this is your pillow. It's so tiny, it's in a little pouch and it's inflatable. You might be thinking it's inflatable, it's gonna be like plasticky or rubbery. It's not, it's very, very soft.
The downside is it takes almost 3 hours to inflate. It does go pretty quickly.
2 breaths. So it's got this like double layer, so it's also taller than a typical one, which gives you more support for your neck. And here's my...
No. She wears it wrong.
I don't. This is the way you wear it.
No,
Jake
it's not.
wears it upside down.
No.
Okay, here's another perk of this pillow. It snaps together here and you cinch it up, which means it comes around and it just keeps your head in place.
It's also perfect for when you sprain
Zip
your
it up.
neck. You don't have to go to the doctor and get a
Exactly.
pad.
I don't
Welcome
type
back to
that
this
stuff.
episode of Travel Tips where we're talking about only an air pillow.
It's the best air pillow there is.
It's pretty good.
Next is this sleep mask, aka goggles. And I'm not joking with you. Every light is on in this room. I can't see a thing. And it's awesome.
And the best part about these is the place where your eyes go.
The goggles.
The goggle section. It's raised so that your eyes, there's no pressure on your eyes itself. It's all around the eyes. And so you can blink and your lashes won't touch the...
And it allows for that
No
REM,
irritation.
that rapid eye movement.
Yeah,
To get into real
exactly.
deep sleep.
And my favorite part is that it doesn't pinch your nose at all.
At all.
At all. Like it barely even touches it. And so...
And these little guys, these little goggles are adjustable. So if you have a little face like mine, you move them in. If you have a bigger face, you move them out. It's pretty cool.
It is cool. If you grew up in the US, you probably got spoiled by airlines giving you drinks and snacks for free on airplanes, but if you go around the world, that isn't the case. Unless you pay a lot extra. Even on most of the discount airlines here in the States, you get that, but that is not true of anywhere around the world. So make sure to have your own water, your own things on hand, especially for long flights, because they will not give you a thing.
I will say some of the not quite discount airlines, if you're traveling internationally on a really long flight, they will feed you. And like Air New Zealand gave us free wine, so that was awesome. And our favorite airline, Turkish Air, gave us a lot of food. And
Turkish Airlines is not a discount airline. Turkish Airlines is heavenly.
And if you're booking on a flight like, or on an airline like Southwest, who doesn't assign seats, and there are a few airlines like that, and you know it's not going to be a full flight, but you know there's not a good chance of the seat next to you being empty. What you do is you pick that aisle seat, you spread out real big, so it looks like that seat's going to be really small for the person next to you, and no one will want to sit there as they filter down the aisle trying to get into their seat.
Here's my tip for securing my seat with the seat next to me. Well, I always, as I'm coming on, I ask the flight attendants, how full is the flight? How many people on today's flight? And they know, they'll tell you whether it's full. I sort of head towards the back of the plane, and then I sit in the middle seat because that's awkward and people are probably not gonna sit in the row with you if you're in the middle seat. So I sit in the middle seat and I might put belongings on the window seat and maybe a belonging on, my coat or something on the aisle seat.
A little advice now. If it's a full flight, but you're able to choose your seat. Now people tell you that the aisle seat's the best because you don't gotta climb over people to pee and you get that extra leg space in the aisle. But I'm gonna tell you, the window seat's the best because you have a built-in pillow. You just rest your head. You don't have to worry about it. And the aisle seat, you gotta sit like this or like this or like this. But if you're by the window, you can just go full like that.
I'm definitely
And
an
it's
aisle
nice.
seat person. However, the one detriment to sitting on the aisle is that my legs tend to just gradually
Splay
kind of
out.
splay out a little bit. So my knee always ends up in the aisle, and I've been hit with the cart dozens of times and gotten woken up viciously. If you do happen to be sitting next to a rowdy child, whenever their parents aren't looking, poke them and jab them, or you can be kind and sneak them like chocolates and a whole bunch of snacks that they're not allowed to have.
If you're flying Lion Air in Southeast Asia, just make sure before you get on the flight to tell everyone you know that you love them, because you may never see them again.
A helpful little tip that I've discovered when I'm traveling is to pack all of the things that I'm gonna need while I'm on the plane. So my phone if I'm gonna play games, or my iPad, my travel pillow, my fuzzy socks, my water, just all those like essentials that I'll need to access while I'm on the plane in one exterior compartment of my backpack or my bag. So that when I'm boarding and all the hubbub of people loading, I know exactly where all the little things that I need for the plane are. I can take them all out, put them on the seat, and then stow my baggage either overhead or under the seat.
You're gonna find that when people are exiting the plane in Asia, there are no rules like there are here in the US. There's no assumed rule of this row goes first, then this row, then this row, then this row, and you just slowly, gradually go back to the back of the plane. It's every man for himself. So if you can be the first one to muscle your way to the front of the line, you're gonna get off the plane first. And no one's gonna think you're rude.
It's true. It's nice. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of Travel Tips, talking about airplanes. We appreciate you watching. Drop a like on the video, or tell us why it wasn't any good at all. And ask us questions, whatever you need, down below in the comments. We do our best to answer all of them. Follow us all over social media. Subscribe to the channel, obviously, and keep coming back every week for more travel inspiration and wallet preservation.
Good night.